In this Raid Shadow Legends video, I'm going to show you all of the current promo codes you can use for new players and also existing players to get extra rewards like the one you see on screen. Now, before we use these specific promo codes, quick heads up that I do have a unique link that will get you a couple free champions, and these champions are really good. So if you're new to the game, this could be a great way to do it. And what you will get, as soon as you make the account, you'll get UUGO, who is one of the best healers in the game. An amazing character for Hydra, an amazing character for arenas, because they can revive your teammates like crazy and keep you playing for longer. So UUGO is one of the best healers in the game. So getting UUGO as soon as you start your account is a massive bonus. And this code will also get you RECTOR DRATH at level 15, which is another really good healer. Now, once you're level 15, you will get RECTOR DRATH, and you can use UUGO in Arena, and then when you do like Hydra, you can have both RECTOR DRATH and UUGO at the same time, and you're going to do a lot of damage to Hydra. So really, really good combo there. And most importantly, if you are a new player, make sure to create an account before March 26th. You'll start accessing the Alice Chaser event. It's a 14-day event where you can get a bunch of rewards, including Alice the Wanderer at day 7, and a 2-star perfect soul for her on day 14. This is a massive boost for a new player, and it's a really, really good champion. Now let's get into the actual promo codes of this video. So if you want to use my code, you can check out this QR code right above my head, or there's a link in the description. It is for new players, so make sure to check it out. Make sure to click that and download, and you'll get these champions. Now that's not the only thing. Of course, there's a bunch of other stuff for new and returning players. Now, when you make a new account in Raid Shadow Legends, you can go to the promo code section here, and you will have one code that you can enter for the first 24 hours as like a new account code. Now, I would really suggest using the code Monkey King, as this will get you Sun Wukong, who in my opinion is a really versatile champion that will really open up some opportunities for doing Hydra, Arena. You can build him in so many different ways, and I'll talk about how is probably the best early game way to build him, which isn't too expensive in terms of grinding out gear and stuff. I'll take a look at that in a minute. But first, before we do that, let's look at some actual promo codes you can use as an existing player. Now remember, you can only use one promo code every 24 hours, but these ones you can do even on an old account. The first code is Yearly Gift. It will give you 150 multi-battles, a 4-star chicken, 10 XP brews, 100 energy, and 500,000 silver. And then we have Only for Mid-Game Subs, a 4-star chicken, 10 XP brews, and 200,000 silver. Then we have Snow Raid, 50 multi-battles, 15 XP brews, 200 energy, and 500,000 silver. And then we have the 1M gift code. This gives you 3 3-star chickens, 2 rare skill tomes, 1 energy refill, and 300,000 silver. These codes are potentially going to expire at the end of the month, especially the Sun Wukong code, so make sure to use those as soon as you can. Now, I want to take a look at how we can build Sun Wukong as sort of like an early-ish build for him that is fairly easy to do, and it's not going to be too expensive and too costly. This is my Sun Wukong sort of like nuker build. And like I say, it's very early days. I'm not like a super high tier player. I don't have a ton to spend on the game. So this is focused more on those newer players. And I guess from my experience, it's been quite good as an introductory to the game. Now, I did get really lucky. I actually got another Sun Wukong. So I did merge them together. So yours will be a little bit weaker, but we're going to go into what we need to do to build Sun Wukong the best way, because you're going to get Sun Wukong, and he's going to be your more versatile champion. Like, I would still go Kale as your campaign farmer, but Sun Wukong is going to be really good for filling in the gaps, whether it's Hydra or Arena specifically. So the set that I've gone for specifically is Savage. The reason why, Savage is fairly easy to get early game, and Savage is going to give you ignoring 25% of enemy defense, so it's going to really help nuke do a lot of damage in Arena and also Hydra, like I was talking about. Now, you want to try and get ones with critical rate, critical damage, speed, and accuracy. These are the main things we want to do. I did get a substat of speed on my boots. I'm still trying to work on getting a sort of full speed main stat boots. So we definitely want to grind that, and I'll show you how we do that in a minute. But overall, the Savage set itself is a really sort of early game set that we can get that's going to really help us do more damage in Arena and Hydra. These actual stats we have on these are pretty bad. Like, we got a lot of HP, which is not what we want. We want more attack. We want more critical damage. We want more speed. That's what we want to go for our sort of main stats. So the way we get this Savage stat, right, is we go to battle, we go to dungeons, and then what we need to do is go all the way over here and click Fire Knight's Castle. Now, as you can see here, it's just above my QR code, so let me just move that out the way a little minute. Let me just move that. So you can get Savage gear, as you can see from this. So we want to do Fire Knight's Castle as high level as we can. On normal or hard, it doesn't really matter. The higher we go, the better star rating we're going to get. So obviously, if you can, then that's great. But if you're newer to the game, you're probably only going to be able to do these early builds. But keep grinding like crazy. So let's do some grinding now and try and get some more Savage gear. But first, let's take a look at how else we can build Sun Wukong, because it's not just the gear itself. So we're going to grind to get the Savage gear in Fire Knight's Castle. And then we want to take a look at our masteries. Now, the masteries that we want to build are something that is going to depend on you, but this is specifically for sort of, like I say, an arena nuker. I'm specifically building arena nuker, but this is going to work pretty well in Hydra as well. So first things first, I mean, it's always good to go for extra critical rate. We do want to do it. I've actually reset these so that we can do it together. Critical rate, really, really good choice. And then this one, critical damage plus 10, makes sense. We always want to do critical damage and critical rate. It's going to help a lot. Then this one's going to be good. Increases damage inflicted by 5% when attacking with 4 HP. Because Sun Wukong gets extra speed. Let's look at his aura real quick, okay? His aura, so if we go to Arena real quick, his aura actually gets you extra speed in Arena. So as we see here, aura skill increases ally speed in arena battles by 28%. So if you build a bit of speed, you get some good speed boots, you're going to have that bonus. You're most likely going to attack first. So you're going to have full health. So that particular option there in the masteries is going to be great for Sun Wukong. So obviously, we want to go for that. Next up, we go through. We want to get this next. Increases speed by 6 for each enemy killed by this champion, and it stacks up. Speed is king. This is going to be great. We're going to get more and more speed. We're going to get more attacks out. It's great. Then we want to go for this. Increases damage inflicted by 8% for the first hit on each enemy. So you got a nice attack that does damage to multiple targets. You're going to attack first because you're building speed. It's going to be a nice bursty damage to begin with to nuke champions and just get them off the board. And then we want to go for this. Has a 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill if the damage inflicted by a skill exceeds 30% of the target's max HP and occurs once per turn. So this is pretty awesome, honestly. And then we want to go for this. Increases damage inflicted to targets with stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze, and petrification. Sun Wukong can sheep people. They'll turn into a sheep. So this can work quite well with that. And then we want to go for this one. Increases in damage inflicted by 6% in arena and siege battles. And 3% in all other locations for each enemy's kills, stacked up to 12%. So this is, like I said, I'm building specifically for an arena nuker. So you may want to change what you do here, but personally, I think this is pretty good because I really like his potential in arenas. And I'll show you his power in a second, and then we'll do some Fire Knight Castle grinding for artifacts. We want to try and get some boots there. And then this one increases the damage inflicted by this champion's default skill by 2% each time it uses, stacks up to 10. So it's just extra damage as the round goes on there. And then we have our final option, this one. Has a 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense, which is crazy. Now, I need to be rank 6. I'm still grinding Sun Wukong, so I can't get this one yet. I'm still working on building up some food. Like I say, I'm not the most experienced player. I'm fairly new. I just got Kale to level 60 fairly recently. And we're building up. We've got a few legendaries up to 50. So Sun Wukong is going to be my next goal for level 60. So now, we want to do the defense. Some Wukong support. This build, not necessary. We're going to do defense. Go for this one. Exit defense first. Yes, we're going to do the defense tree. Ignore the support tree. We get this one. Decreases damage received from AoE attacks by 5%. So this is nice. And just a bit of extra defense, you know. Next mastery is this one. Has a 50% chance to remove one random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP. So this is pretty good to keep him active in the fight. Then we have this one, Delayed Death. Reduces the damage this champion receives from a specific enemy by 0.75% with each hit taken from that enemy, and it stacks up to 6%. So less damage incoming. I mean, these, to be honest, the defensive ones, in my opinion, aren't as important. Has a 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% of their max HP from a single enemy skill. This one's pretty good. And once again, I'm still working to get rank 6, so I haven't got these yet. But I would honestly go for this one. I would go for this one. I think it's a lot better. Now, with that in mind, there's one massive important thing with Sun Wukong that you need to do to make him better. And this literally is the best part of his kit. Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's very, very important. If we go to this, once he reaches 3 Ascension, he will get Unbeatable Wukong. Revives this champion with 100% and 100% turn meter 3 turns after they were killed. He can keep coming back alive, which is huge, both in Arena and Hydra. So any clan bosses, really. This is really, really, really useful. But to do it, you will need to ascend to 3rd star. So that's 3 pink stars. And he does require, if we go to the tavern here, and we go to upgrade upgrade ascend, he needs to get potions from Arcane Keep. Easy, that's always open. But then we also need Spirit Keep. So whenever Spirit Keep is open, go and play it because you're going to need it. I have been lacking on this. I still need to get some Spirit Potions to be able to do this myself. I am massively lacking this. I need 1 more star. Well, actually 2 more stars. But I have a lot of the potions already for Arcane Keep. They're so easy to get. I don't have many Spirit Potions because I keep forgetting. But it will be open tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. So that is the best way to build Sun Wukong for an early player. Like, yes, if you are like super high level, you could go for merciless gear and stuff. But let's be honest, that is not attainable. It is not attainable for us to go and do that and get this merciless gear for a sort of newer player. So this is more like a new player Sun Wukong build once you've got him. So let's just kind of show what he's like. If we go to Arena now, let's just turn on the audio. I know it's better to do sort of manual for this, but I'm just going to go in straight auto. My team power is less than theirs, but I believe in my squad. I think we got the setup, so we're just going to start on auto, and you can see we're going to go fast here. Almost fast. We don't quite have enough speed there. That's why we need those speed boosts, you know? There we go. And like that, they're dead. It's that good. A lot of AoE nuke damage there. Even though we had technically less power than them, we still came out on top. So pretty good. Now, there's one more thing we want to do with Wukong, right? So we need that Savage gear. But more importantly, we need the right primary stats. And right now, we don't have them. So we do need to go to our dungeons. And we're going to need to go to Fire Knight's Castle. As high stage as we can. Could probably do this one. I haven't really played it for a while. Like I say, I've been working on Kale, so I'm now working on Sun Wukong. Gonna go in. Let's just see if we can do this real quick. Fire Knight Castle, he's a bit of a pain because you need to do multi-attacks to kind of bring down the shield counter. So yeah, you can see the shield counter will come up. Yeah, you've got to hit 7 attacks before we can actually do damage to his base attack. But I got a really good legendary support that allows me to attack again. You know? So I can get basically 2 sets of attacks up before he even has a chance to reset his shield. That's really lucky. We have that. So we take this down. Shouldn't be too hard. He does keep regenerating his health as well. So that's why you need to get a lot of like multiple attack combos like this one from Alice. And then here we go. Now he's open to attack. We should be able to get him down. There we go. And we will get, unfortunately this time, we did not get, we got an immunity set. So you really need to keep re-rolling this as much as possible. As you can see here, you can get all of these different artifact drops, and we're specifically going for Savage. Go to hard, you get even better chance, but you know, that's for when you're better at the game. If you're a newer player like me, then you gotta go for harder, lower level challenges. And yeah, so you just need to, so you basically just need to farm this as much as you can. Now, don't waste all of your energy on it. Do it from time to time. For example, there sometimes are like Fire Knight Castle specific events or tournaments, or there may be Dungeon Diver tournaments. Could be worth doing it during that time to really go in and try and get the best sort of Savage set. It's a lot easier than most of the other gear. I'm currently working on it myself. Hopefully you found this video useful. And once again, if you want to get a free UUGO champion and free RECTOR Drath at level 15, make sure to check out the QR code right above my head. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.